So I've just done my makeup and I feel like I did too much concealer on here. I don't usually do makeup, but I'm trying to be more in my feminine. I'm trying to be more in my feminine because I never used to be. I used to actually be a tomboy, but ever since my daughter died, naturally, I couldn't give two craps about anything. But now that I'm more doing a lot of stuff in like nurturing myself in order to also nurture her and keep her memory alive, I realised that I also need to feel good in myself, and as much as it comes from inside, from within to the outside, it also needs to come from the outside within. Like it's like a symbiosis. It's yin and yang, is it? I don't know, I'm making that up. But it feels like, you know, when you look at yourself in the mirror and you feel like, wow, I look nice, or I like what I look like. And it's not even a narcissistic type thing. Oops. And it's not even about like, oh my God. Do you know what I mean? It's just about feeling good in yourself. What looks nice to you? It's not about the gaze of the other. It's about your own gaze. Because sometimes we dress up to impress other people, which as a result you end up looking good for yourself too. But that isn't my sole what's it called? Ambition here. This is literally trying to feel in my era. Okay, cool. So it's actually cold outside. I need to put a bra on, as you can see. So it's actually cold outside. I haven't finished my outfit, but I'm wearing this brown dress, and I'm gonna be putting on a jumper. I wish I had a brown skirt. I have ordered one, I don't have one yet. So I'm a very simple girly. I'm just literally going to put some comics. And you know what, I think about like, if my daughter was alive, I would want her to know what self-love and self-care looks like, you know? There's a scooter in my bathroom, don't ask me why, so if you see the handle, that's what it is. Okay, anyway, the whole point of this video is that I want to document my journey into finding a more spiritually aligned self. And the whole reason why I'm even doing this is because I truly believe that when my daughter died, like, she entered the spirit world. I saw a medium about it, and maybe I'll speak about this. I always say I will speak about this story, and I never do speak about it on here, but I will. And this medium just gave me so many clear clarifications that she continues, and then it's made me think about, okay, if when we die we do continue, what are we doing in this world? Are we literally just simply living a physical life, just doing the human things without giving back to ourselves and giving back to others as well? Because you can't just give back without giving to yourself. But not giving back to yourself with like material things or like worldly things, but things that actually fill you. When you think about humans and where we come from, before we had these houses and these, you know, products and materials all at our hands, we would be living amongst nature, in nature. We'll be seeping in the energy of the sun. Like, vitamin D is so necessary, but especially as Black people, and then we miss out on it because we're always in the house and we move to countries like the UK. I feel like I'm going off on a tangent here, but anyways, today is my first day of hosting a creative writing workshop for parents who've experienced the loss of their babies. I never thought I'd be doing anything like this, and actually last year there was a mum who said, maybe you could do creative writing workshops, and in my head I was like, why would I do that? Like, who am I to do any of that? And I think the reason I reacted like that when she said that was because I was thinking like, oh, I don't want to feel like I'm the person who's saying, this is how you write, dictating how people should write, because that's not it at all. One moment, I think I'm just gonna, one moment. But as I've now had time to process and actually marinate the idea, it's about coming together in a space and just writing giving prompts and just writing whatever comes to you in your heart. And I really believe that writing is such a great tool to release, not just writing, that there's loads of like different artistic things that many parents do. But if writing is one of the things that you enjoy doing or something that you want to explore doing, it's a great way to release the restlessness of grief, the rage, the anger, the hurt. I remember a counsellor who spoke to me after my daughter died. She told me to write, and I was like, why am I going to write for somebody who's not here? Like, it just made no sense to me. I'm glad she pressured me, she's like, no, definitely write her a letter. So I was like, okay, fine. Bearing in mind, guys, writing has always been my thing. I'm looking up because there is some stuff raining down on my wall that I never noticed before, and it's making me worried. And it's yellow. Why is it yellow? Anyways, I've always been a writer from jump. Writing has been my thing as a kid. And I was like, no. When I did that, it just opened up a whole new world for me. And I want other people to have that too. And I'm sure other people do this anyway, loads of people journal, but coming together in a space, especially in the world of social media nowadays, where everything's just phone. And now with AI coming through, like, I just feel so disassociated with everything. I don't know if anyone else feels like this. Like, you just don't know what's real anymore. And to be fair, you never knew what was real and before that too. But now it's really very much like, is this real? It's not real. And it just feels so pointless. Like, where's the human in it? So coming together in a physical space, there's so much power in that. Like when people come together and they pray in a space, they come together and they meditate in a space, the energy, the flow, the creativity, and I just want to do that with other people. So I'm hoping it's going to be amazing. Also, if anyone has watched the movie Soul, I always talk about this movie because it's on Disney, and it's about a guy who wants to be a jazz musician, but he never makes it, or he does make it on that one day, and then he dies, and then he goes into the afterlife. And he's just pissed off because it's like, oh my God, all of my life I wanted to be a jazz musician, which he was, but he wasn't like a made jazz musician. And then when he had his big gig, he dies. But in this afterlife that he's in, he's seeing like different souls walking around, and then he sees a soul that looks different, that looks different to the souls that have passed. And he's like, who are these people? And then the person there describes it as, these are the people who are creative. They are doing something creative, and it sends them so high in a like high energy, higher self, that they are reaching their spiritual, their soul level. And I was just like, that's so amazing. Because think about it, guys, like if anyone has done any sports, anyone has done anything creative in their life, isn't there a moment when you're doing the thing and it just feels like absolute bliss? Like, I ran last year, not a runner, I hate running, and I was just training for the running that I was going to do, the London Marathon, and there was a moment every time after like the 20-minute mark where it just felt like bliss. I used to do karate. There'll be moments where when I'm doing the katas, it felt like bliss. When I'm writing, it feels like bliss because there's nothing else coming through. You're just focusing on that calm, creating thing. And that is so beautiful to have. So, honestly, if anyone out there has suffered deep, profound loss, trauma, or anything like that, and just try something creative to connect to your person. Me, I feel like I'm channeling and connecting with my daughter 100%. That if that's something that you want to do, because some people don't believe in that, and that's absolutely fine. That's fine. But then B, to just let it out. It's like breathing. Writing is like breathing. And with that, guys, I'm gonna go now. It was lovely speaking with you, and hopefully see you again. And this is how I'm going. Ooh. I still need to dab a little bit more darkness here because it's looking too light. But yeah, this is the end product. It could go like this, or just like this, or all the way. But it is winter, so let's not do too much like why are we sharing shoulder? Do I want to be sick? No, I don't. So let's just cover up. Bye.